Your moment begins now.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Carl Walker from Blackscape Entertainment. I'm here on the phone with Candice Buchanan of C Global Group. How you doing, Candice?
Hi, Carl. How are you doing?
I'm doing just
Wonderful.
fine. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. I'm doing just fine. Thanks for asking. I'm giving you a call today because I'm really wanting to know more about your brand, the C Global brand. Could you give me some more information on what your brand is all about, and also what kind of things that you have planned for your brand?
Okay, well, C Global is short for my name, Candice, and I've always thought globally even as a child. I've always wanted to take over the world of entertainment, so to speak. So, what C Global basically represents is Candice's global group with regards to entertainment. I was born with many talents, thank the Lord. And so C Global is really your full service entertainment based company. So what we provide is production services for event planning, event production, organization, promotion for any events that you may have coming up. We book artists for shows and handle some bookings as well for some of the artists from the Caribbean here in the US and some DJs as well. We also work really closely with my other show, which is the Candice Buchanan show, which is my radio show on CBS Sports Radio in Orlando. And C Global Group also manages the Candice Buchanan brand, which is basically my television production as a TV host, as a master of ceremonies for major reggae events all over the world.
Wow, you are a
Yeah,
busy woman.
I really am. Yes.
You are a busy woman. That is great. So when did you come up with this brand? When did you figure that this is what you wanted to do in the entertainment industry?
Well, after being I after realizing for some time that I was living my dream, but I
Hmm.
was building, pardon me, I was building other people's dreams in the process. And I saw a number of my colleagues spend 30, 40 years working for the same station I was working for.
Hmm.
And one of them had died, and all he got was one line in a letter saying he did very well over
Wow.
the 35 years he dedicated to the company. And I decided, oh no, this is not going to be me. They had to throw a collection to
Hmm.
bury him. And
Wow.
I said, oh no, 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 that's not going to be me. I am going to make my mark on this world,
Hmm.
and I'm going to make sure that I am rich enough to take care of my mother.
Yes. Yes.
And to also, by extension, just really, really help other artistic children like myself that weren't necessarily very academically inclined
Hmm.
to realize within the Caribbean education standardized testing system that they are actually brilliant, and show them that there are career paths that you can take that can be quite lucrative, that doesn't involve becoming a doctor, lawyer, or accountant.
Oh wow, that's pretty interesting. As far as like you starting off, just based on you pursuing your own dream, and that's
Yeah,
great. That's great.
yeah.
Okay,
And it
so
kind of evolved. It kind of
kind of
bloomed
snowballed
into,
from there.
yeah, yeah, into
Ah,
me doing something else.
gotcha. So looking at all the things that you do right now, and the things that you have in the future, as far as like planning events, I mean, what are some of the things that you've experienced as far as going through getting either a major or maybe even a small event going?
Oh my goodness. Did you sure you have time for
I
that?
have plenty of time and plenty of tape.
When you're producing an event, you have to plan for every eventuality.
Hmm.
And quite honestly, when you're overseeing, it's kind of like project management. It is project management.
It is.
But your project is the event. And so you're going to be managing, first of all, you're going to have to come up with, it can happen in one of two ways. When I'm doing my own parties in Jamaica, I have to come up with everything from the budget first. Then I got to figure out all the concept, what it is that my concept is. Then I got to figure out how to make the budget match the concept as best as possible, which is the hardest part of it. Then you got to figure out logistics. You got to hire the right people. You got to make sure that you coordinate these people, make sure everyone is doing what they're supposed to do to make this cake work.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of follow-up, there's a lot of meetings, there's a lot of lots and lots of communication, there's a lot of team building, lots of rallying the troops, so to speak, because you can't do it alone, and you have to be able to inspire and lead by example when you have a project like an event, because there are lots of different it's a machine, and there are lots of different pieces to this machine that have to work together, moving parts, absolutely, that have to work together to make this thing work. So on the day of my event, I usually, I can give you an example. When Usain Bolt when he won the Olympics the first time, in 2008, he came back to Jamaica, and a private company, National Meats, which is in charge of all the meats in Jamaica, they gave me a very small budget. I got like 6 million Jamaican, which is about 20 grand. And my job was to make sure that I had the biggest free concert with 20,000 people, no incidents. And I had dignitaries in attendance.
Yes.
Bryant Gumbel came down and did his interview at that time, and actually took snippets of that event, which was on HBO's Real Sports.
Real Sports, yeah.
Vibe magazine came down, did an article on the event. BET News came down as well to cover the event. Now, I did this event with 5 employees.
Wow.
5.
5 people?
5 people.
My goodness.
Yep. And I was the MC. So I paid so first things first, we figured out our concept. We figured out we had to go and on the site figure out the layout. Then we had to figure out the logistics of the US ambassador and all of the political dignitaries, where we would house them, where we would house the press, where would we have the entrance for the artists. We knew the artists would come in. Some artists like Shaggy, he's going to come with a bus full of people. Yes. How many tickets can we give him realistically? How many would he have to buy? Things like that. Okay. Excuse me. How many people I'll be able to host backstage, feeding them, making sure the press is happy. We have international press, making sure they only get a certain amount of time with each artist. All that logistics I had to get done. So I had 5 people, and they all were in charge of 5 different things. Oh. And they all reported to one person, and that person reported to me.
So you have to have a lot of people in different places, and then
absolutely.
Also be able to trust them.
You have to trust them. You have to trust them. I was also hosting. Excuse me, I have a cold. Hosting a TV show the day before, so I flew in to the event the day of, when the event was halfway done. Wow. I arrived in the island, and then I drove 4 hours and got there for the nighttime event. So the day part was taken care of, and I wasn't even there. And then the nighttime part, no, I was on the stage, and the only real problem I had was, the little things. Someone's at the gate who wants to come into the backstage area, who's a big artist, who wasn't invited, So I would have, security issues, things like that. So I'd be on stage saying, okay, right now, next up we have Mr. Bombastic Shaggy is going to perform, blah, 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 blah. Shaggy! And everyone
Yeah.
is going nuts. And then I get off the stage and I'm like, all right, tell the angel that she's saying she's not going to go on stage unless she gets the rest of her money. Show her the money and tell her I said if she doesn't get on this stage, I'm going to sue her, blah, 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 blah. They go back, they take that to her. She goes, okay, she'll come. Only if I give her 2 more tickets. I'm like, okay, give her the 2 tickets. And I'm doing that while I'm emceeing.
Playing the different hats that you have, man, that's a lot of work.
No, well, you know what? Honestly, you have to, if you want to do events, you have to understand that nothing is going to go the way you want it to go. And so you have to be able to think on your feet and plan for your first plan and your second and your third plan to fail. And have things in place to be able to. So I already had some wiggle room. I had extra cash on me because I already knew that artists were going to ask for more money.
Gotcha.
And try to strong arm me before they go on the stage. So I already knew that.
Oh, well, see, that was a perfect transition because that was actually my next question, because there's a lot of people that really want to get into event planning, but also, as a not, maybe like a gateway or segue into the entertainment industry. And that's a great point. You have to have contingencies for everything from security issues to, budget to whatever goes on. You never know what's going to happen.
I had one artist that I paid for his first class ticket for him and his wife to fly in, and he missed the flight because he was unable to reach me personally on the phone to confirm that he was going to get the rest of his money when he arrived at the event. And he missed his flight and didn't come. And he was my only gospel. And what's funny, he was the only gospel artist on the show.
Wow. What did you do?
Yeah. I was the MC. I nicely apologized to them and also to everyone who was expecting him. I said there were some scheduling issues, some flight issues, and he was unable to come. Yeah, I lied through my teeth on stage, but that's all right. I didn't get stoned by 30,000 people.
That's so true.
And I had a couple of medical emergencies, no incidents. It was incident free, which for a free concert in Jamaica, that's almost unheard of.
Oh, okay.
I mean, something usually happens, but it was very well planned. My security was tight, but my security, I was very adamant about the security company that I was going to hire. I wanted educated people being security. I didn't want power-hungry idiots.
Yeah.
I understood I was in a rural area, so I had a big meeting to make sure everybody was mindful of the mindset of the people. You got to know your audience. You got to know where you are. You got to know what's going to piss these people off, and you have to plan to make sure that if somebody does piss somebody off, that you have people in place to handle a situation that you can trust to handle it.
Wow. That's a great point.
You should be able to fix every problem on the day of your event with one sentence.
With one sentence. Wow.
Yeah.
It's like the magic wand.
You have to. So, when Tanya Stevens showed up at the gate and she was like, we only planned for 10 people and she had 20. I had to tell her don't bother, tell her bye. Yeah. I handled it in one sentence. That's what you have to be.
Oh, wow. So you have to have many, play many hats, logistically sound, and then also you have to trust the people that are involved in it to do their jobs as well to keep.
And you got to go with your gut, and you can't be emotional. You can't be emotional. And there are times when you, especially as a woman, I must say, I hate to be sexist, but I get emotional sometimes about things. When the angel told me she wanted more money, the angel was my personal friend. I felt bad about that, but I was already prepared, for that issue. So I was able to say, okay, throw her another $100,000, tell her to get her ass on the stage. Yes. And and give me an extra 15 minutes. I had the band changes ready. I had 2 bands. Band changes were ready. I hired a very competent sound lighting technician who knew what he was doing, who never had to come to me for an issue. You see, that's the thing. When you're planning an event, don't skim on your infrastructure.
Okay.
So don't skim on your lighting, don't skim on your sound, you know, because at the end of the day, even if there's a fight on the stage, if your lighting and sound is amazing,
Yes.
and you have things in place to deal with that, police is on hand, the fire department is on hand. You know, you got to think of everything. People will remember how good it looked.
Yeah, it doesn't ruin the experience. It doesn't ruin it at all.
No.
It's a minor glitch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because things happen, you know? Things really do happen. And you have to just, when they happen, you have to just learn to roll with it. Learn to roll with the punches. You know?
It's a live event. You have to.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And when it's live, and I had an intern the other day and I had to get rid of him because he was very rigid. And I told him, I said, you know, when you're in this industry, last minute is what it is.
Yes.
You're going to be asked to forget everything you worked on for the last 3 weeks and have to come up with something else right now before we go on air.
Exactly.
That's how it is,
yes.
You know. Yes, you plan, but you also plan for whatever failures you might come across, you know. So I would say always be ready. If you're planning an event, always be ready.
Yeah, and flexibility is key. Yes.
Always be ready for whatever, you know.
Exactly.
Always be ready because it's, you know, the weirdest things can come up out the woodwork, and you have to deal with it, you know. Yeah. And you can't cry, and you can't. You're not allowed to have a meltdown because you have people you're leading, and they're looking to you to lead. Make a decision, even if it might be a wrong decision, but make a decision.
Yes.
And stick with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tony
didn't talk to me for like 3 months, but I had to make a decision.
It was a command decision at that time.
Yeah.
You know, that's good. I had an instructor tell me a while back, you know, hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Because you never know what's going to happen. And it might be something that's really just a quick turnaround. Okay, let's just handle it right now. But then it might be something that's drastic. So you never know. And, you know, preparation is key. So that's awesome. So in looking at, you know, kind of changing directions for a second, looking at your brand, you know, C Global, you're starting to grow, starting to get some traction on that. How does your radio show play into your C Global brand? What does it do for the C Global brand?
Well, my radio show does my promotion. That's my that's the marketing machine right there.
Okay.
You know, because through my radio show, I can offer packages to events that I'm doing within the Orlando metropolitan area, and also throughout the Caribbean, because we're online as well.
Okay.
And I have an audience there as well. So I can offer with my package advertising. I can offer interviews. I can offer access to a group of people that if you are not a Caribbean person, you have no idea how to reach, you know? So I can provide, literally, I have my own media center where I can provide an audience for you right away, in addition to assisting you with planning your business, you know? So I've always said, you know, you've got to use literally all I've done is use what I've learned as an entertainment journalist over the years. I've covered every single reggae event live. I've covered live carnivals, road parades. I've done taped events as a TV host. When I was with BET, I traveled a lot to do a lot of events as a TV host. And so I observed a lot of the event planners. I knew when an event was going to be good within the first 5 minutes of walking into an event. So after 10 years of doing that, I pretty much picked up what works and what doesn't work.
Exactly.
You know?
My first-hand experience.
Exactly. And so what I offer is my expertise and my knowledge of not only as a patron, but also as a producer of events. And also as a media person, the marketing side of that. The fact that you can purchase interviews, you can purchase an endorsement package, and this is what comes with an endorsement package. And do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I can offer you a full service deal. I can offer you an MC for your event, but I can also be an event planner, and I can also be your marketing and promotions person, because I'm your window to all the media people within the Caribbean industry.
So it's easy to say that your brand offers a full service, event planning promotion package to where you can help anybody put on an event. Okay.
Absolutely. And also, from a television film standpoint, I do commercials for people all the time. I do music videos for artists, produce them. I like to produce more than direct. I can direct, but I'd rather produce and hire a very good director.
Gotcha.
Who, can see my vision.
Exactly.
Because I'm too busy and I delegate.
True. You have to, like you said before, you have to have help. You have to depend on the right people. So that's great. So
you can't do it alone, and you have to keep your core people, your core group, very small.
Yes.
So my group was five people, and I hired them for specific reasons. The stage manager was a very, very organized lady. She was also tough as nails. No artist could push her over and get on that stage. And so I used her skill as a stage manager for live events and her relationships with the artists to handle all my negotiations with the artists.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? Then, excuse me, I had another person who was just very good with numbers and accounts. So that person handled all the money disbursements. She was the person who handled all the checks. She was the person who, oddly enough, I had an all-female team.
Wow.
She was, and that was purely by accident. She handled all of the budgeting. She made sure we stayed on the budget. She handled the numbers. She would warn me if I was going too far with some things, and she was there as an extra pair of hands to kind of be a go for, for me. Go-between for me with the dignitaries and also with the dignitaries and also with the media people that were present, because she's a very organized, structured individual that speaks their language. Yes.
Gotcha.
So she handled them. Excuse me. Then I had another person who handled my security, and she's tough as nails too. She handled my security. She handled logistics, gate. She handled how everything moved in the place, where the food people set up, that sort of thing. And the other person was literally just my PA, and just kind of made sure I was following up with the right people, making sure I was making the right phone calls, making sure I was remembering what I was doing as I went along.
Yeah, kept you organized.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Because Lord knows I can't do that myself.
Well, you need people to keep you on track. So, that's great that you have that team of people, around you to help you with these events. That and also your radio show, putting things together that way. Now, as far as like moving towards, the future for you, what kind of possibilities are out there for, the Candice Buchanan brand or the C Global Group?
Well, for the Candice Buchanan brand, I'm going to start syndicating the radio show by the end of this year. It's going over to Germany, London, and throughout the Caribbean, and of course throughout the USA as well. And I'm definitely working on our chart, which has now been picked up by Jamaicans.com, which I just won an award from them for best Jamaican radio host in Orlando. For the third consecutive time.
Yes, I saw that on social media. That was pretty good. Congratulations.
Thanks. We work hard. But it's the people that vote, so I gotta say thanks to them. Excuse me. What else am I gonna be doing? I'm sorry, I'm not very organized in my head. Very sorry. It's terrible. But so the chart has now been picked up by Jamaicans.com. So Jamaicans.com will be publishing or CBS Top 5 Caribbean Countdown every week. where we do the top 5 dancehall, reggae, and soca songs being played by DJs here in Orlando. So it's actually voted by the DJs in Orlando every week. So it's not just me picking names out of the sky.
Yes.
And I want to add a voting component to that to make it interactive for my audience. So that's the Candice Buchanan show.
Okay.
Now, in terms of MCing and the Candice Buchanan brand, just continue to MC. I have a 3-year contract with Soiree Events. So I do all the Caribbean shows that they do at the Hard Rock, which is at Universal Studios. And also the ones that they have at the Orlando Fairgrounds. So I'll be doing Barris Hammond and Friends again and Taurus Riley and Friends again this year.
Oh, I can't miss that concert.
Oh, no. Please come. It's awesome.
I cannot miss that.
So with the Candice Buchanan brand, with that, and also Candice Buchanan Presents, I actually want to start doing a television show, which kind of chronicles life here in America as a Caribbean immigrant, where I'll go to different counties and check out what's up in these counties. I'm also going to be doing that TV show is gonna also double as an entertainment news for the people living in Central Florida.
Okay.
You know, that are of Caribbean descent or interested in the Caribbean landscape here from an entertainment standpoint. Okay. So,
wow, that's a lot. I am so excited to see what's next for you.
Yes.
I mean, I want to see this grow. I'm gonna stay on top of this.
Yes, please. So that actually by the end of the year, that should be on the air here on Bright House Networks.
Gotcha.
As part of a bigger Caribbean effort. So you're gonna have Haitian TV shows. So my show is gonna be the Jamaican TV show on the weekend block that they're gonna be doing, like a Caribbean TV station. So
okay. So how can people find you, like, as far as like on social media?
And one more thing, everything. I want to do more volunteering. So
more volunteering. Oh, okay.
I want to do something for the community. So I've joined the National Urban League, Women in Film, and what else did I join? Who am I? The Journalists, Central Florida, the National, NPR.
NPR, yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yes, that journalism one. So through those efforts, I really want to start volunteering. And doing something every day that I can to.
That's true. The Urban League of Central Florida does a lot too. A lot there in Central Florida too. So those are really good organizations to get involved in. So
yes, definitely. I want to do something to help as best as I can. It increases your karma.
Yes, it does. It sure does. All right. So as I was saying before, how can people find you and get connected with you via social media or your radio program?
I'm everywhere. It's Candice _Buchanan. That's CANDICE _BUCHANAN. That's on Instagram.
Okay.
On Twitter, it's @Candice Success. Pretty simple. On Facebook, Candice Buchanan. That's the Facebook page. My personal page is like a general page. I've hit my limit of friends, so I had to split it over into
the fan page.
Fan page, yes. Island Fever FM is on Facebook as well, and Island Fever FM on Twitter. That's me as well, which is the only Caribbean radio block in Central Florida
on the FM dial.
radio.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
And I am the owner of that as well.
That is a blessing right there.
I do too much.
Now I see why you have so many people around you to help you with so much stuff, because you have a lot going on.
Oh no, that was just for that event. That was. I do a lot.
Oh man!
But you know what? The thrill of it is
exactly.
I really do enjoy it. I enjoy every day of it. I enjoy I enjoy events. I enjoy people. I enjoy meeting people. I talk a lot, so it works for me. I love meeting people. I love making them happy, and I love entertainment. I always have. You know, I went to performing arts school. I wanted to be a dancer and a singer on Broadway. That was the plan. And then I fell into television, and the rest is history. You know, so because of that, you know, I'm sitting in an office would kill me. I would literally die. So, you know, I had to find something I was good at that would make me some money, and so I can take care of my mom.
There you go. And you know what? It all goes back to that. Taking care of your family and mom. Yep. That's what it is. That's what it is. Well, you know, that's a great way to you know, end this conversation. Is that you have to have a passion for it. If you're getting into the entertainment industry, you have to have a passion for it, and I can clearly see that you do. I just hope that I can mimic that.
Every minute of it.
Yes, you have to. But it's been
the love is what gets you through the tough times. Yes.
Yes, that's so true.
The love is what gets you through the stress. The love is what gets you through the anguish, the pain of it all. When everything crumbles around you and you have nothing, you have what you love, and that the money. My friends always. I have a friend who, you know, has always been there. Is a good friend of mine. He always said this to me: the money will come. Just keep doing what you're doing and do it to the best of your ability, and the money will come.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Yes. Well, Candice, I'd definitely love to see what's going on with the Candice Buchanan brand, the C Global Entertainment, you know, and I just want to thank you for your time and just speaking with me about your brand and what you're doing in Central Florida for the Caribbean community. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're most welcome. Thank you for having me. I hope I didn't ramble too much.
No, it's not a problem. But once again, tell everybody about the radio show. We got to let them know about that.
Okay, everybody, you got to listen to the Candice Buchanan Show, and that is live on CBS Sports and Entertainment Radio. That's 93.1 FM, 94.1 FM, and 8:10 a.m., all simultaneously. Or you can log on, if you're not in Central Florida, you can log on to www.810cbssports.com. And it's from 6 to 8, and the Island Fever FM block is 6 to midnight.
6 to midnight. Nice. Well, thank you so much,
on a
Candice.
Saturday.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Awesome talking to you too, Carl.
All right. Bye-bye.
You take care. All the best now.
All right. Will do.